Hello and welcome my friends to The Flying Kick. I am Savino as always, and today we will take a look at the recently released Double Dragon Revive trailer. The game was officially announced yesterday, and I guess I can say it with some degree of confidence that it took everyone by surprise. Double Dragon Revive will be released at some point next year for PC, Xbox and PlayStation. No Switch version has been announced, but something tells me that Nintendo fans won't miss this one. The trailer is unfortunately too short and there's little to talk about, but as you guys can imagine, I took the time to analyze it frame by frame and I found some interesting and some worrying stuff in here. But let's talk about the good things first. As you guys can see, visually the game looks great, lots of lighting effects including a ring light that seems to follow the player and the enemies everywhere, giving them volume and a shiny look. Sure, not everything here is pure gameplay, there's a lot here just to show the engine, but there's no reason to doubt that the game will look that way. It can be a little divisive since I already saw some people saying that it is too flashy for a Double Dragon game, and in some sense I have to agree. But despite being flashy or not, the more I look at this trailer, the more I'm impressed by the tech behind the graphics. Great lighting, excellent textures and possibly some modern physics effects on objects. I mean, this feels like a modern beat-em up with every bells and whistles you can wish for. You can spot some very cool effects here, like the fire on Billy's jump knee attack, his wind whirl kick or his dragon punch at the end. It looks pretty cool, but it really makes the game look more like a modern fighting game. I don't think we will get all these camera effects, or if we do, they will probably be available only on single player, but I believe this is just a trailer effect for shows. The animation looks solid with smooth moves and enemy reactions include some nice cloth physics that you can spot here on Billy's jacket while he is being beaten like a punch bag. Just like the upcoming Streets of Rage, the game does not let anything to be desired when it comes to graphics, at least in the trailer. Flashy with some smooth animations, expensive backgrounds showing a vivid city, great textures and physics and so on. There will also be a lot of interaction with the backgrounds as we can see in the trailer with enemies being thrown at refrigerators and garbage bins. A cool addition that can bring some fun variety to the game if you ask me. Oh yeah, and you can hit the screen with some enemies as you can see here. There are a couple of things here that I noticed that need a bit of improvement, like this guy teleporting from the wall here or this cheap explosion when a Bobo breaks the wall that honestly does not look good, but these are all probably placeholders and will be improved up to the game's release, I hope. Now, there are a couple of things that are worrying me. While I don't think this is something that can hurt the game, it's something that I'm really not a fan of. I have a suspicion that Arc or whoever is making the game, because that's something we don't know yet, is using AI to create some of the art for this game. At first it was just a small impression, I didn't like the faces of Billy, Jimmy and Abobo for some reason, it felt generic, you know. But that could be just me and I let it slide. I usually don't let details on the art style bother me. The thing is, when analyzing the trailer, I started to see some inconsistency here and there. First it was this sign here in the background with the word tact. I found it pretty weird and out of place, but who knows, maybe it could be, I don't know, some artist signature or an internal joke or, you know, that type of stuff. But then I noticed that Billy's jacket had some symbols on it and guess what? It looks a lot like the gibberish AI likes to pass as words. At the same time, my good friend from Twitter, Jose Aguirre, called my attention to the game's hero art and yeah, this looks like a lot of something AI did and someone just retouched to make it look more natural. First, there is this gibberish written all over the brother's jacket. I mean, I don't believe this was an intentional choice from the artist because it makes no sense at all. It's excusable to have this kind of thing in pixel art games, after all, you don't always have room to put full letters, but on an HD game, I find it hard to believe it was intentional. There's also some stuff with Jimmy's hair here that doesn't seem natural to me. I don't know, I'm no artist, but this is something that I wouldn't accept if I commissioned art for my game. Does using AI for the art and even for some coding hurt the game? Not at all. I don't want to start the discussion here, but the use of AI to create art is something that is, at minimum, a bit shady in the current state. And if that's the case, I really hope Ark come up clear about this. I know a lot of people who simply wouldn't buy a game that uses AI to generate the art. Just to add a little bit more, and this is unscripted, I find their faces very generic, both Billy and Jimmy, and I can't shake the bad feeling I have about their design choices. I mean, I've seen these faces before, and I guess you guys should take a look at this. It's pretty similar to these faces, or am I going crazy? Oh, and let me add this bit here. Ark released a couple of images from the game, and yeah, this is not looking good, and I take back everything I said about the graphics. Most of what was shown in the trailer is filled with a good dose of makeup to make it look good. I mean, I still need to see real gameplay to have a good grasp of what's coming, but I really don't like what I'm seeing here. It's true, it's still pretty early to judge anything about the game, just like Streets of Rage Revolution. What they showed was just a taste of what's coming next year, but I'm hoping we will see more about it pretty soon. Anyway, I'm already looking for more information about the game, like who's making it, when we can expect it, why Nintendo Switch isn't listed and this type of stuff, and I will bring all the information I can get in a future video. Also, I will investigate this AI stuff because while I'm not accusing anyone, I'm seeing signs everywhere and I would like to have this clarified. Other than that, I hope you all have an awesome day and remember, keep it up.